great basketball ambassador, great player, now a champion. Congratulations to him. But I'm not going to let him get away with lying to the public. There isn't one single person that ever questioned his work ethic, his commitment, how he was just going to ride the gravy train and let other people do the work. No one ever said that. What we said was Kevin Durant is so phenomenal, so great, that for him to join that team is unfair because of how great he is. Am I lying, Wilbon? That's what we all said.
Yeah,
and so it's important.
I didn't think it was unfair.
Yeah.
LeBron started this. Kevin's right. Kevin was right about this.
No, he was right about that.
And by the way, I don't even have any problem with LeBron doing it. I have no problem with them doing it. It does not make them equal to the guys who stayed where they were and did it.
Okay.
To me,
right.
It doesn't mean that. I mean, Michael Jordan didn't go join anybody.
Right.
You know, I mean, he didn't, and that's one of the things when we start splitting hairs. But that's for another time. Kevin Durant, some of that was probably Russell Westbrook
too. Oh yeah, he was at. Oh, it's a few.
Can you blame him?
No, not at all.
Steven, here's the reason I think that Kevin Durant did absolutely the right thing. He wasn't winning a championship playing in Oklahoma City with Russell Westbrook, as great as he was this season, a one-man triple-double show. He was a show. It was like going to the theater.
Absolutely.
They weren't going to win that way. And Durant, in an era in which, in a culture in which we affix so much significance to winning a championship, which was not the case, by the way, in the NBA 20, 30, 40 years ago. It just wasn't. We've gotten that way now. Some of it due to ex-players. He wasn't going to win. He knew it. He said, who do I have to join to beat that other super team?
Oh, Lord. See, this kills me. This kills me because Mike Wilbon, who I love and admire, my big brother, I love him dearly, but he knows what I'm about to get on him about. Nobody has a problem with Kevin Durant leaving Oklahoma City. It's that you went to the team who beat you a month after you lost to them.
Yep.
Down up 3-1, 48 minutes away from a berth in the NBA Finals. Once, twice, 3 times. You come up short, and then you joined them. Miami, you could have went there. You could have went
to couldn't beat these guys.
Excuse me, wait a minute. Hold on, because we didn't know. You don't know if Golden State would have made it out of the West with San Antonio in the way they were playing without Kevin Durant. So let's be clear. We weren't aware of this. Kevin Durant is what made this so lopsided and so made this so unfair.
But let me ask you this. He didn't go to the Warriors and say, okay, I'll come off the bench and be the sixth man.
Not.
He didn't say, okay, I'm going to take a pay cut and come and play for $5 million to win a ring. He went to the Warriors and became their best player.
Well, that comment comes from a man by the name of Stanford Red, who does an outstanding job hosting SportsCenter, but is chilling in L.A. most days, not traveling 8 months out of the year. That's really nice of you to say.
Don't hate on our weather. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm hating on our weather because I want some of it. But the point that I'm trying to make to you is this. Kevin Durant is a superstar. And because he's a superstar, because he was so great, he dramatically shifted the balance of power.
No question.
Now, because of that, I am stunned. Mr. Wilbon, of all people, who travels to these games just as much, if not more than me, would sit up there, catch connecting flights, get delayed, go to a game, watch 30-point blowouts, and have no problem with it whatsoever. This is unbelievable.
Let me ask you this question.
Yes.
What team could Kevin Durant have joined and beaten LeBron James and the Cavaliers in the finals or conference finals?
Good question.
Are you ready for this?
Yep.
Tell me.
I think Miami's a possibility, but definitely Boston.
Boston's a maybe.
You could say maybe, but if Kevin Durant, with Brad Stevens proving the way that he can coach, Kevin Durant playing the way we've seen him play, with Isaiah Thomas coming out of nowhere and being the MVP candidate that he was, with all of those supplementary parts to assist those dudes to go up against Cleveland, it would have been very interesting. It certainly would not have been definitive that Cleveland would have been the team.
But Steven, here's what doesn't matter to me that I know matters to you.
Okay.
This ain't the NFL. This ain't parody Pete Rozell's league.
Right.
This is not that league. The Boston Celtics of Bill Russell won 100 times in a row. It's good for the league.
Well, I wasn't old enough then. I mean, that doesn't count. I was a puppy.
You know what else?
Yeah.
Of the 6 years that Michael Jordan played in a row before he took that little hiatus of baseball, people said the same sorts of things. Who can beat them? This is unfair. They went out and they got Buda Edwards and John Sally, and they added these pieces. The only pieces, no Kevin Durant-like stature. Remember what the Bulls would do? They added Bison Dele.
But they only added pieces. And let's go down the list.
Every year they did it.
But let's go down the list. Championship number 1 for Jordan. He went against Magic. Number 2, it was Clyde Drexler. Remember that silly debate that he put to bed? But it wasn't silly until we saw it.
Right.
Number 3, he went against MVP Charles Barkley with Kevin Johnson. Dan Marley took the hiatus, came back, lost in the semifinals to Orlando, and then what did he do? They get Robin, but he went against Kemp and Payton and Karl Malone and John Stockton twice. All I'm trying to say to you. And then in the miss, Michael Wilbon, New York. Indiana Pacers. Yeah. I mean, you had some interesting adversaries.
You had more. You had 5 or 6 teams back then per year, and I get you only got 3 or 4 now.
That's all I'm saying.
No question, it's reduced. Okay. But you know what it's going to be up to now? And I'll tell you something. If we get to, and Adam Silver talked about this, if we get to a place where college players have to stay in 2 years and actually learn how to play basketball, instead of being redshirted by the 76ers, 2 and 3, every draft pick is redshirted for a couple of years. If they actually come in physically ready to play with the skill level closer to what we used to see guys who would stay 3 years, then maybe you could add a Josh Jackson to a team and get immediate impact. Remember how Hakeem Olajuwon and Ralph Sampson, those guys would come in the league and they jump. Larry Bird, they jump by 20-some wins. We don't see that anymore. So guess what? This industry and this league will have to do a better job of preparing people to play basketball if they're going to catch the Golden State Warriors or challenge them anytime in the next 3 to 4 years.
And stop trying to use the officials to help in that regard, because if you sit there and call every ticky-tack foul, if dudes are getting technicals for having bad breath, we got a problem. You understand? You got to let people play. You got to teach them how to play, like Mike Wilbon just alluded to, and then let them play.
I'd call it technical on myself on that last one. Andre Iguodala.